Good morning, people. How are we? Hope we're all well. We're back in a groove. We're back in a groove with food. We're back in a groove, a good groove with training. Psychologically, we're in a good groove. Everything's sweet. Very happy. Routine, habits, physique's coming back to life. Come on, life is good. Life is very damn good. So as we've got a motherfucking leg day today, and I'm pretty nervous for it. Not gonna lie, not trained legs properly since, I don't know, legs was twice a week, so I was doing a full leg day twice a week, but because of the new training program, which I'll cover in this video, we're training legs once a week just now with a fucking meaty session. Only doing a leg day once a week because my legs don't need a lot to grow, but the focus on this growing phase, or in this recomp phase, and when I go into the growing phase, is chest, delts and arms. So the split is then worked around to prioritise the muscles. Anyway mate, what time is it? 8 o'clock in the morning. It's time to get the morning routine under wraps a little bit later. My body clock wakes me up around, not gonna lie, see when I was in the trenches of actual prep and dieting and stuff, obviously your sleep takes a little bit of a hit when you're getting that lean, and obviously you're taking drugs, and for me it was fucking Tren that fucked my sleep and just everything. Don't take Tren, people, it is not worth it, fucks you up. So my body clock just usually wakes me up around 6, half 6, and then what I'll do is I'll just fucking, really bad habit, but I'll sit on my phone for like half an hour, reply to some clients, watch some TikTok, and then I'm up, and then what we do is we hydrate. So we've got some electrolytes and some water in the morning, just to help me hydrate. So I use Hydroflow. This is cola flavour, so this just gives me some stuff. It's got elderberry, vitamin C, vitamin B, manganese, fuck knows, vitamin B1, vitamin B7. It just allows me to get a sufficient amount of electrolytes in my body so man can remain energised and hydrated throughout the day. So if you don't have any electrolytes, this is a supplement I'd recommend everyone gets. It's time to make a coffee, hydrate, and then caffeinate. That's how your day should look in the morning. Don't just caffeinate, hydrate, then caffeinate. Because if you just caffeinate, it will probably feel like somebody just spiked you with an ecstasy tablet. Yeah, mate. This is what it's all about. See, because it's getting into summer. I don't actually know what month summer starts, but I'm going to show you the back door in a minute, because this is, you all know, man, like, see, living in the UK, see when you're going through bouts of like most of the year being dark mornings, dark nights, fucking rain, fucking miserable days, clouds, see getting days like this, man, it motivates you to fuck. It motivates you more for work, it motivates you more for getting out of bed, training. You're just in a good fucking vibe. Oh man, I feel fucking good, mate. Like, I genuinely feel so good right now. Like, there could be a really shit thing that goes on in my day, my car breaks, this happens, my bud could dump me, I would care about that probably, but nothing's phasing me now, man. Happy and content. So I'm still motivated, but let's sit down with a coffee. That sun is blinding, mate. Come on, we just get new back door furniture. I said that really quick. We just got a new L couch in the back door, so that is where a lot of the content will be getting filmed this summer. A lot of outside chats. Hello. Let's put you down a little bit. As I said, we have got a leg day today, which I'm going to run you through the new training program. Let's run you through the new training programming just now. So, what was training programming before this one? So before, the program was pretty much the same. It was still a bit more focused on delts and arms a little bit, but I was basically, my previous split there was push, pull legs, rest, upper, lower, then resting. And yeah, so like obviously I had a push and a pull day, volume was decent on them, but we were more so like on that upper day that I had, I was only really doing push stuff with like one back movement, because my back doesn't need a lot to grow. This is what you'll find in your own training. Like, not every single muscle group needs the same amount of like volume. So some people might get away with doing 13, that's a fucking shite number to pick, 15 sets of back a week. That can be the absolute minimum for somebody. They do not need any more than that, and their back just grows. Some people can get away with 7 sets of back. Like, there's not this perfect number. You just basically do a certain amount of sets per week. The minimum that I would do per week on a muscle group is probably between like 10 sets a week. If you're recovering, if it's growing, sweet. If it's not, add in a bit more. Anyway, off a bit on a tangent. So my previous split was still focused a little bit more on push stuff, but now my training philosophy's changed a little bit, in the sense of I used to be really, really low volume and high intensity, whereas now you've got the ability to actually handle more volumes than you think. Like, I think we can all handle a lot more workload than we think we can. So anyway, I'm fucking knows, my brain's, I've just went off on a tangent there. The new training program, okay, so as I said, we are really focused on, and remember, I'm not in a gaining phase right now. I'm in that sort of maintenance phase. Obviously, I gained a little bit of weight coming off of that, finishing the prep. Psychologically, I had to fix some things with my eating habits, my almost binge disorder. If you've not watched the previous video, I talk about what I was dealing with regards to mental aspects, with regards to a bit of a binging disorder, and I've got a grasp of that now. So yeah, but my goal for the last couple of weeks, or for that last week and this week, is to baseline body weight, bring it back down, and we'll start an actual gaining phase in the next 4 to 6 weeks. But that being said, I will still get the benefit of recomping and growing a little bit of muscle from this new split. So, new training, we're getting here, for fuck's sake. We are going to be running with, as I said, push and arms on a Monday. So that's basically literally just chest, delts and biceps with a little bit of triceps in there. On Tuesday we are doing back and hamstrings. So yeah, we're hitting something from my legs twice a week, so hamstrings are being hit twice a week, okay? So that is basically just a hamstring curl. We're going to put a hip hinge in there, like a Romanian deadlift, in a couple of weeks once my recovery gets used to this program, and there's basically a fuck ton of back work in there. I think I've got like 5 back movements. Well, I've got 6 back exercises in that session, which is the most I've ever had in a session, and I'll touch on why in a minute. We're then into a delts and arm session, okay? So push again, basically just a shoulder press, side raises and biceps, triceps for the whole session, so pretty much an arm day. We're then into legs and back, but we're only doing 1 back movement. Now, why are you only doing 1 back movement? It's because I'm doing so much on the back day. That means I don't need to do as much later on in the week. It's still getting hit twice a week, but yeah, so legs and back on that day, and then we're back in again with more delts and arms, this time a bit less shoulders and a bit more chest. So the frequency of the push is a lot higher, and because the frequency of that is up a lot, we can then have everything else really high up. I don't know if you can hear the wind. Can you hear the wind? Shit's hot, man. But yeah, that's the new training split. Wasn't. So over the next couple of weeks, you'll be taking through some of the actual sessions. You can see exercises, sets, reps. But today we're taking you through legs and back, 1 back movement. So we'll take you through that session today. This has been a long clip. Apologies. 7 minutes. Fuck's sake. Maybe today's video is just going to be the legs and back session. That's it. It is almost time to train, but first we have got pre-workout, mate. Look at this. Look at the size of this, mate. 90 grams of oats, 40 grams of cinnamon donut protein powder in the oats. We then get some cinnamon, honey, blueberries, raspberries, salt, and white chocolate and raspberry protein paste on it. Mate, banging. Gonna eat this, gonna get changed, gonna go to the gym. So I'll see you guys in the car at the gym, in the bedroom getting changed. Don't know when, don't know where, but I'll see you in the next clip. And we're outside the damn motherfucking gym. It's 12:30. It is late. I'm usually training for like 11, half 11, but we procrastinated this morning, so we did because it's a Friday. I've got that weekend feeling. I've got all my work done. Set up a new client this morning, a returning client. Low-key coaching plug. For anyone who's interested in online coaching and building a damn good physique, learning how to have that lovely balance of living your life, enjoying good food, but constantly making good physique progress because of how fucking good your training and meal plan and setup and accountability is. Link in the bio. Inquire, jump on a call, find out more information, get you looking wham. Anyway, it's time to get me looking wham. Today's session, let me talk you through the session before we jump in and do the session, because I don't know if I'm going to put the microphone in and mic up or put music in the background. I don't know what's going to happen. I've not planned it, so let me tell you what the session is, okay? So legs and lats. First movement up is a lat biased cable row for upper lat. Now, any sort of lat, I'm just going to do any single lat movement, to be fair. So I may do the plate loaded lat row or a pin loaded lat row. So we've got a couple of sets of that to begin with. Then we're into a lying hamstring curl. Then into some adductors, squat pattern of choice. I'm going to do a hack squat or a Smith machine squat. I don't know. I think hack squats, man, because when I do bent over barbell rows, which is a new one in my pull day, and they fatigue my lower back a little bit. So I'll also have a Romanian deadlift in on my back day as of next week or the next couple of weeks. So that might fuck my lower back, which means a Smith squat is harder. Hack squat, we've got a back support, we're locked in, it's very quad dominant. I've just made my own mind up. We'll probably do hack squats, then we will do leg press, and then we will do seated hamstring curl, and then we're into a superset of leg extensions with dumbbell lunges to get some blood in the fucking quads. So that is the session. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 movements and then a superset at the end. So technically 8 things I'm doing. So yeah, I'll talk you through the session, either a voiceover or I'll have the microphone in. We'll see. I'm bursting for a fucking pee, man, because look at the size of this kind of monster. So we're in the big ones, a 550ml. That is a big daddy. Excuse me. Right, time to train. Let's go. Yo, people, what is good? As you can tell, man is a little bit ill. I have been waiting to record this voiceover for when my voice is actually back, but it's not, and I just want to get this video pumped out. So we're getting it done regardless. Leg day. Bit of legs and back. Well, we've got one back movement, so let me run you through the damn session. So we start the session with a single arm lat row, okay? Now I'm trying to get the bit more of the mid lat. So what dictates the mid lat getting hit is not a properly low hand position, so I'm going a little bit higher on that handle, and I'm really just trying to get my elbow right into the hip to really try and engage those lats. Obviously I do my pull day on a Tuesday. This session is a Friday, so I do a lot of my back work on the Tuesday, and all I need is a little top up on this Friday session with legs. So the lats are now done. We've done 2-3 sets of that, and now we're into the leg work. So we're starting off the session with a lying hamstring curl. I like doing these first because simply if I try and do a hamstring curl later on, a lying hamstring curl is where we're shortening and contracting the hamstrings. It's a little bit harder to contract a muscle later on, so we do it first. It primes up the joints, it primes up the lower body, ready for the big stuff later on. So lying hamstring curl boxed off, then into are these called the good girls or the bad girls? I don't know, but the adductors. So listen, see if you genuinely want some big looking legs, right? Don't neglect your adductors, alright? Close that thigh gap. Get good at these and your legs will look hella big, okay? Not only that, but the adductors also assist in your ability to press through on like a leg press or a squat variation. So it has like a big carryover. But as I said, I like to start my session by doing some hamstring curls and adductors 9 out of 10 times. It gets some blood in the lower body, and these are 2 movements that if I do later on, they're a little bit harder to contract. Not that I wouldn't ever do them, but I just like doing them earlier on. That's how I do it. So hamstring curl, lying, adductors done.
And then we're into our leg press first, okay? So we've got 2 sets here. Now I'm really thinking about getting as much range of motion as I can on the leg press. I'm quite tall and I've got really long fucking legs. I'm 6'2", I think, or maybe just over, just under. So 6'2", really long fucking legs. So range of motion on legs is something for taller guys, is a hard one. Because if we overdo range of motion, it can kind of put a bit of strain on the knee joint. And if we underdo it, we're obviously missing out on the ability to grow more muscle. So I'd like to think that the range of motion that I'm performing here is pretty fucking good in relation to my height and how long my legs are. So big sets of leg press. I go a little bit wider here, and I just really try and get the knees down to the shoulders. Don't let the knees cave in. Okay, as soon as they do, you start to get some knee issues, so I'm trying to keep everything nice and lined up, okay? It was also week 1 of this program, so I wasn't full sending it. I left a wee rep in the tank. Now, we're doing squats second instead of first. First of all, it's something new, but also it means that I don't need as much weight on the hack squat because I'm doing it later on. So the stimulus will be the exact same. My quads aren't going to go like that. Wow, you've got less weight. They don't know because I've done a leg press first, which has caused fatigue. Okay? So when I go into this hack squat, it only knows stimulus. It only knows me coming down slow. It only knows, by me doing hard reps, that will grow the quads. It doesn't really know what weight I've got on it, okay, or where it is in the session. So the goal here is to really fucking groove and come as deep as I can for a squat. Again, try to not misalign the joints. And then we're into a drop set, mate. Fuck me. A drop set on a hack squat is retarded. It is fucking brutal. Now the reason for the leg day being like this, a little bit more intense, placed a little bit different, I've only got 1 leg day a week. So I'm trying to maximise it and just really thrash the fuck out the legs. It's as simple as that. So that's my 2 big compounds out the way. Leg press and hack squat. We're now going back to another hamstring curl, but this time it's a seated hamstring curl. Now the lying down one taxes the hamstrings in that contracted position where we can fully contract the hamstrings. Now we are in a position because of the body torso, what? Well, even fucking doesn't make sense. Because of my torso positioning, okay, we're now lengthening the hamstrings. It's a lot easier to work in lengthened ranges when the muscle's fatigued as opposed to short ranges when a muscle's fatigued. So lengthened range challenge here, almost like an RDL challenge. Again, just try to sink those heels underneath the damn buttocks and get those hamstrings working. So we've done 2 hamstring movements, 2 quad movements, and now we're into a bit of a finisher, okay? Again, I've never done this before. We're in a superset here, so I'm supersetting leg extensions with walking lunges. So I'm getting a good quad bias here to the leg extension, and then when I do the walking lunges, I'm also getting a bit more quad, but we're also getting a little bit of glute, which we wouldn't be getting if I didn't do this. So when I go for the leg extension, I'm trying to have the pad that sits on the shin a little bit higher up. If you've got a shin pad, don't let it sit all the way down at the ankles. You're going to cause a lot of torque and demand at the knee joint. So bring that shin pad up a little bit higher, bring it closer to the knee, and just push through those quads, mate. Again, keeping the joints nice and lined up, alright? Straight into some walking lunges. I have not done these in fucking forever. Mate, 1 set of these, my glutes were on fucking fire. Ouch. So that was the first leg day, and that's how they're going to be looking for the foreseeable. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. This was the first time in a while I've came in and done legs and went, whoa, I fucking really enjoyed the layout and the structure of that session. Again, hack squats with a drop set are a fucking killer, but man, it was a good one. So I'm going to leave the video there. Bit of a rushed voiceover because my voice is fucked, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Plenty more coming. I'm actually away to Manchester for the weekend this week, so I'll get some vlogging done down there, alright? Whenever you're watching this, day, morning, night, have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next video.